Welcome, people. I'm back. Damn, already fucked up. After so much time, yeah, I've been busy. Mostly because Ubisoft, why you know make good matchmaking. Smoke, 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 pump, pump. Okay, do we have it out of the way now? Good. Because honestly, I don't want to play Assassin's Creed 3, it's bullshit. And just a console port. So, you know what? I won't. Simple as that. I mean, look at me. I'm pretty awesome and pretty good at it, I would say. And I just can't play any more. I have 4 hours of boost time, which I don't use because it is a broken game. And I just can't bring myself to play on further. I've been on this level for I don't know how long. But simple as that. As soon as you join the game, smoke, 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 roofing, smoke. So, I've got a better idea. See you there. So, here we are. Faster than light. Also shortened as FTTL. It's, well, basically it's what I've literally done as the only thing for 2 days now. And 2 days, well, technically just 1 day. Oh, but since 5 AM yesterday, which did a great job at keeping me awake through the night, I must say. And, well, I just felt like it, downloaded it, and it is awesome. It's kind of a time sink and, well, let me explain it better. Basically, it's the Binding of Isaac in space. And there's no spacebar items, and passive items are pretty rare, and you have to buy them, and basically everything runs on scraps, and you get so few of those. It's unbelievable. Well, you can upgrade whatever you want on your own ship, but that obviously costs scraps, and the more you upgrade it, the more it costs. Well, I guess I'll best jump into a game to explain that better before I go into it, and well, something else that I would explain. Take a look at my awesome scores. As you can see, I have already played it a bit, 13 games in total, but only 1 victory, because winning is pretty hard, because as mentioned, the Binding of Isaac in space, you have to get good items, play good, and you can be totally screwed over through aborting if you don't have a large crew, or even then, depending on it, and that can happen on literally the first jump. So, to start out, we can pick a ship. I have unlocked 4 of them. The Castro Cruiser, which is basic, average, nice weaponry, I must say. The Artemis, I think that's how it's pronounced. Missiles do nice damage and ignore shields, which is awesome. But it's not such a great weapon that it would carry you through the end game. And meh. Then the NG Cruiser, or I don't think that it's called. Yes, it is a cruiser. Okay, so basically this ship has no conventional weapons, but it's got 2 NGs on board, which are exceptional engineers, and you'll be repairing a lot, because if you don't have a shield up, systems take damage very easily, and you can aim for each individual room. And each of those rooms that you see here has a system installed, and that can be damaged. And depending on the system, you want it fixed very, very quickly. So that's great. They also have a human. I usually put him into weapon duty for no particular other reason, other than he's not too good. I mean, he's average. Humans are the exact average. Other than, well, if you have people on board, then weapons aren't as important, so it's easier to pull him off. Instead of weapons, that's what I was saying, this ship has an Iron Blast, which can disable systems without actually damaging them. And this is actually an endgame weapon, and you get it from the start, so it is pretty powerful. And it relies on drones. Well, engines are somewhat, I'll leave that open for a moment. They are, excuse me, mechanicals. Every sci-fi needs to have those. And basically they rely on drones. As you can see, they also have a pretty good drone system from the start. Whereas this, you first have to buy them, and drones are not cheap. Then, what is this? This is the Federation Cruiser. You get this for winning the game. Pretty good. I haven't actually used it yet, but it looks awesome. It's got a burst laser, which also the first ship has. Reliable weapon, decent, not too great, but decent. Average stats and everything, and it's a big ship, has 4 people already on it. Mantis, which is great in combat, I tell you, an energy for repairing. Rockmen, who, yeah, they have a lot of health and don't care about fire. They also have a pair of pretty good interactions with events. And it's got this, artillery beam. Basically it's an Uber laser. But I haven't used it yet, maybe we'll see what it does. And the Sultan Cruiser, which I also haven't used yet. But let's see, the Sultan are somewhat pacifist people who are, as it says, close allies of the energy, because they give off energy, and whatever room one of those guys is in, that room gets 1 additional energy, and that is cool, because energy also, you get it from the reactor, and you have to upgrade the reactor for each additional energy that you want, and that can eat up some scraps too. So having 3 additional energy on board, although 1 has to remain here to pilot the ship, that is a pretty cool perk. Let's look at the weapons. Halberd beam deals damage based on how many rooms it hits, and oh goodness, this thing does damage. It does only partial damage if the ship has shields, and if it does have 2 shields, then it doesn't deal any damage at all, so you have to deal with that first. Decent. And meh rocket launcher. Yeah, rockets can pierce through any shields, don't damage them, but they're great at taking out shield generators. And, well, this one is meh. But what's this? Huh. I see. So that's what this is. This generates a shield which basically absorbs damage. Every damage, even missiles. But you need to charge it with an FTL, and that's not something you have very much of. I mean, it recharges all the time, and basically that's what allows you to jump between systems. So you basically have to choose between fleeing the combat, which you should not do, and recharging the shield. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this for now. So, let's jump in, set it on easy first, because I'm a pussy. And actually, ship, awesome. There. Why not? So, start out. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Hidden choices. Basically, you will encounter events, and there we need to make choices. And if we have certain things like a rockman on board or an engine, then we can make a hidden choice, and that is pretty much always beneficial. So, first we'll want to distribute our crew. The human can pilot the ship, that's good, because as mentioned, humans aren't particularly useful at any time, and you don't want to have to pull off the pilot. Mantis, good at fighting. What is expendable? Well, I think engines are most expendable. So, you are going here. You are going to here, so I can man the guns, and you are manning the engines. Why I've done this is every system runs automatically, but if you man it, or I doubt that that thing can even be manned, but anyway, if you put a crew member in its room, then it will man it and improve its effectiveness. Like here, you see, evade, I have a 10% chance for shots to not hit me. If I put him here, I get a 5% increase on that. That's pretty cool. So we have shields, recharges pretty quickly, and always absorbs 1 damage except for missile damage. Those run right through because they're not energy based. Simple as that. Fuel, we need fuel to jump, as you can see here. Drone parts are not particularly useful because I basically never use drones if I don't have them from the start, because they're expensive as hell. Missiles, I don't have a missile weapon right now either, but we'll get to that later maybe, and basically that's ammunition for each of those. We can also open up the doors, vacuum, maybe I'll explain that later, it's not that important. As you can see, what I've been previously trying to say, this is the energy distribution. The reactor gives that much energy out, and we have to use that to power all of the remaining systems. Shields take 2 energy per layer. Engines allow you to jump faster, and they also increase your evasion rate. So if I was to reduce, I don't know, here, then it gets 5% up. Nice. And now that thing has to charge forever. Well, anyhow. O2, oxygen supply. Maybe, say, if I open those doors, then oxygen runs out of a room, and that is bad. Every race needs oxygen to survive, so that's a pretty vital system, and if you have a hull breach, then you should fix that quickly. Because then maybe you'll have a room with no oxygen, but there's a hull breach in that room that needs a crew member to fix it. That's never a good feeling, trust me. Medbay over here heals people if they get damaged in combat. Bam! I'm looking forward to trying that. And system switch is kind of annoying because you have to upgrade this system for this screen. You have to upgrade this system to then provide power to it, because you need this as an intermezzo to provide power to your weapons. So it's basically a second reactor, and well, using this it costs more. This is the map, we are here and we want to go here. Because, as previously mentioned, we have information and we need to get to Sector 8 to relay that. Yeah, let's focus on what's happening for now. We've just done our first jump and we've encountered an automated scout which is attacking an outpost. And of course we're gonna defend it. Fight me. I'm actually not gonna shoot at it at first. I don't think I will. Wait. Yep, I will. There's an achievement which you can get by killing an enemy ship using only this weapon. By without taking any hull damage, but we've just taken hull damage, so that's already moot. First laser. Fires 3 lasers, which each deal 1 damage. As mentioned, pretty good. The starting ship also has that weapon, and it's decent, but takes too long to recharge to get through more advanced shields. So that's bad, but this one doesn't have shields. So pew pew pew. Keep firing at it until it dies, I guess. There's an upgrade which allows your weapons to fully charge instantly after a jump. That's extremely good. And I wonder if that affects it too. If it does, then that's great, because as you've seen, the laser isn't charged yet, so it takes an eternity to charge. So I hope it will be worth it. So, we've destroyed the ship, gotten those things out of it, missiles, drone parts and scrap. And got more stuff for saving the outpost. Wonderful. The ship also... the game has pretty good music, as you can hear. But then again, what indie game doesn't? Nothing here. Distress beacon. Yeah, we're gonna go to the distress beacon. Maybe there's something there that needs help. Bloody pirates. Well, guess that's our next duty then. Kill that pirate. Oh damn it. They've got an EMP or eye launcher, which also the NG Cruiser has, as mentioned, and a rocket launcher. So that's gonna be pretty annoying. Okay, now I need to fix things. Fire at their weapons, disable them. Usually the rate I would be going for would be shields, depending on how many shields they have. I mean, if it's just one, maybe you can ignore it. And then shoot at the weapons in hopes of destroying them. No, you don't. Kaboom. Well, more supplies. That's a pretty decent yield actually. As mentioned, I don't think I've mentioned that yet, but we want as much of each of those things as we can, especially fuel, which we have a pretty decent amount of now, but it's not guaranteed to last. And but it's a limited amount and it can run out, and you don't want that to happen. So we've just got to a shop and let's see what we can buy. Automatic reload, FTTTL recharge booster basically useless, reverse Anfield. we've just seen that used against us. That was the blue balls. It's... yeah, those things are annoying, but not that terrible, really. So, we can also sell our stuff, though we don't have anything to sell. And let's see, do we need crew? Well, let me see. You go back to manning the weapons. Perhaps it would be decent to have another crewmate. Store? Because I want that, basically. And now we could take another of those. Yeah, let's do that. Those things are beast in combat, and you want that because if you're boarded, then that can screw you over really, really quickly. So, keep jumping on. Annoying. Anyway, so, following what I've said before, shoot at the weapons first.